Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author, 5-minute focus, episode 672. Long series and their entry points. There's Stanley, he wants to go out, and we'll go out as soon as we're done here. Alright, long series, they're way cool, because you've got all these books, you keep promoting book one, and if somebody buys in, then they pick up the rest of the series, you make a lot of money off one little ad, so your loss leader pays for itself, and then some, because you've got all these books, and after you get to a certain point, about 100% reads through to the next book, and so you publish the newest book, you get a new influx of cash that you can predict, because everybody's going to the next book, and that's cool. However, after a while, people aren't going to read to catch up, so this is where you offer book one, but hey, because we're releasing book 19, that'll be my next base layer book. It'll be book 19. So we'll promote book 1, we'll promote books 2 through 18, we'll put them all on sale for probably 99 cents. And Bob's your uncle. We might make books 1 to 6 free, and then make the other ones 99 cents, and just to get people into the series. Because then people like collecting things. So once they have the first 19 books, well, then they may buy book 20. But there's always the concern that we're dealing with a subset of a subset. So everybody reads the first book. So this is a paradigm within the industry. You put that first book out there, everybody will read it. Everybody who buys the series buys the first book. So as they're reading, some will drop off. So you're going to get that big drop off from books 1 to 2. Some people have had great reading from book 1 to 2. Some people get 50%. Some people get 10%. If you're only getting 10% read through, you got a major issue with book 1. Even though you've put it in everybody's hands, you've offered it for free, you've done sales, and that's a separate issue. But then why would you keep writing? So if you've got that good read through, it's still a subset. If you sold 1,000 copies of book 1, you have 50% read through. That's 500 copies of book 2. And then you're not always going to get 100%. So if you get 99%, well, that drops off. And over time, now it's not 500. Now it's 250 people buying the latest book. And you look at the numbers and you're like, that's not worth a month of my time when we can sell something else better and pick up that momentum again. And this is where you need to have multiple entry points into your series. Look at Jack Reacher. Look at some of James Patterson's books. You can pretty much buy any book and you're okay. And now as an author, you look at that and say, well, that means I need to give that background data in each book. I need to retell about the character, maybe a little bit about their background, tell what motivates them, and all that. Free words. Since you know that stuff, it's just easy to jam. So I've been trying that with my Space Layer series, adding in and explaining just a little paragraph here and there as we introduce characters or reintroduce characters. And boy, you can get a lot of words in a hurry that way because you're saying what you know very, very well. So as an author, it's like free words, bonus content, and as the readers come back through, if they know it, they can skip that paragraph. I mean, don't go into a long soliloquy on this character that they should know, and if they don't, that good enough works just to keep the new reader from getting confused. And if the new reader likes it, hey, let me learn more about that backstory. Enough to keep them going forward, not enough to make them stop reading, and enough to make them curious about more. So great having new entry points. Now catch up with the new words, the new books, and keep them moving forward. Characters grow, they age over time unless you're the symptoms, and then you get like 500, 800 episodes, and the characters stay exactly the same age. That's weird, but it works. It has worked very well for like 800 episodes. Anyway, in your books, long series, it's important to have multiple entry points, places where any reader can pick up a book and say, hey, I like this. This is cool. Oh, man, there's 18 other books in this series. Let me jump back to book 1 and read. And I always price book 1. I try to price book 1 down a little less. So if the new books are $4.99, book 1 might be $2.99 or $3.99. So it makes them feel, hey, okay, let me grab that one and pick it up and read it. All good things to keep you moving forward. But multiple entry points. If you've got a consecutive series, a sequential series, a chronological series, and they have to buy all the other books, that could turn off a fair number of readers. If somebody's not a whale reader, they could look at 18 books that they have to read if they have to read them before understanding book 19. Some people aren't going to make that commitment. That's a rather significant commitment, especially you're talking 1.2, 1.5 million words that they have to read to catch up. No. It's a big ask. So give them multiple entry points, and then they can read catch as catch can to catch up. And if they're collectors, they'll keep buying through. A win-win. If you don't have those multiple entry points, you're going to see a subset of a subset and drop off on readership until it's no longer worth your time to write that next volume. So multiple entry points. It'll help you. Peace, fellow humans.